Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Jonathan. This is the 45th broadcast that I have our stream or whatever you want to call it that we've had here since I started in November with my 3-year weight loss challenge. I'm on day, I believe, 74 of that challenge. It has been going well. If it's your first time checking this out, um, I started this challenge in November 1st. I did a fast or a water only fast, which lasted for 42 days or 1,000 hours. And then after that, I switched to a whole food plant based diet with no salt, oil, or sugar, or reduction in salt, oil, and sugar. Um, I weighed in, so I am going to knock that out right away. My weight on Monday when I weighed in was 403.2. Weighed in shortly before the broadcast here. I have to find why this is so big, but it's going to probably show most of my phone. All right. So we're going to show today's weight, and the new weight for today is 402.8. So that is about a 0.4 pound weight loss since um, Wednesday, which is great. Not seeing it go up is obviously a positive. I've talked about the scale in the past when you're weighing with me weighing so frequently, there's going to be it's going to go up and down. I also don't weigh in the same outfit anymore, or I haven't, I didn't weigh in that outfit today. I had a dentist appointment today, so I am wearing a little bit nicer clothes, I suppose, than I normally wear when I stream. Let me take this off the screen. So 402.8, that puts me at exactly 117 pounds lost since I started this on November 1st. So I'm really happy with the progress so far. I have been eating a lot of food volume wise, and I've been satisfied with what I'm eating, which is making me very happy. Let's see, Bolt is checking in here. He said that on Saturday he had a cheat day and then it turned into a 4-day binge. He's back on his diet now. Smoothie for breakfast, stew for lunch. I don't know why getting back on track was uh, and is so difficult. Yeah. Um, it's tough. I mean, there's such a psychological uh, you know, behind all of this, like the um and again, it's part of what I talked about the other day, I believe, with the eliminating the salt, oils, and sugars. And essentially, I feel like by doing that, I'm tapping out of what is the standard diet or what's out there. And so it's such a it's so tough to find, like, there's it would be tough for me to find a cheap food that has no salt, oil, or sugar. And I'm committed to sticking with the no salt, oil, sugar. Um, I actually was thinking about it a little bit today about, like, what what's going to cause me to fall off, not fall off diet. I guess what's going to be the what's going to be the first time I have salt, oil, or sugar, I guess, is the best way to say it. And at this point in my mind, the only thing that I can think of is uh, through accident. That I eat something that I don't realize had it, and then it did. I don't see myself um, intentionally breaking my diet at this point. And so also the thing with it is, like, just even like taking the time to think about what is going to be the thing that causes the break in my diet is not necessarily um, worth spending the time thinking about either. We had somebody that joined our Discord that had asked some questions, and kind of one of the things I talked to them or mentioned is that there's a lot of things that you absolutely need to be prepared for eventual situations that come up, but you also can't dwell on those situations um, for very long because there's a lot of times or there are some things that you'll worry about that will never come to fruition, or when you reach that moment they'll never happen. And so by you taking the time to think about it, you're causing a psychological um, distress on your body unnecessarily. Both asking, what's the difference between oil and peanuts? Both are high in fat. Is it something else besides the fat and oil that you need to cut out? So, what just in what you're talking about right now? So, is the um give me one sec. I'm just um I want to get the right number. Okay. So to so I'm going to use olives as an example, I guess, but the the difference would be is that the oil in peanuts isn't it's the concentration that we're talking about. So if you look at a liter of olive oil takes approximately 5,200 to 8,000 olives. So to obtain 1 liter of virgin extra olive oil, it's an average of 5 to 6 kilos of olive. And so in a liter, if you even if you're using a fraction of 5,200, uh, let's say the amount of olive oil you put in your dish equates to the amount of 100 olives. Could you sit down and eat 100 olives? And you'd have to sit down and eat 100 olives to have the same effect as far as the oil. Um, but you're also not having any of the fiber or any of the other stuff that the olives have when you eat the olive that help with digestion. Um, and so it's the it's the way the doctors that I have been reading this book, they essentially it's not that there's fat in oil, it is that oil is liquid fat. Like any oil you have is a liquid form of fat. Um, and that's why they it's okay to get fats as long as you're getting them through eating the whole food, not through squeezing out the one drop of oil that's in each peanut, having a spoon of peanut oil in cooked item. Because it would you would have to eat hundreds of peanuts, that same amount of oil. So that's I hope that answers your question. I know I kind of on there. Um, but yeah. So my weight's 402.8. Went over that. Okay, you understand now. It's not that you are not eating fat. You're not eating processed refined oil. Right. Yes. That's yep. Because yeah, I do like some nuts. Uh, yeah, I like cashews, and I picked up some pistachios the other day that were really good. They were just call them? Not hearts or something, or heart. But anyways, I uh, don't have a whole lot prepared today because I think I already mentioned I went to the dentist. So maybe, oh, probably not. But I got them cleaned. That would be a non-scale victory for me. Is that uh, I did something that I don't normally do, and that is go to the dentist. It had been, I would guess, uh, close to 20 years since I had seen any dentist, or I had seen the orthodontist was probably the last thing I went to. So I went and had a dentist appointment. It wouldn't have definitely been something I'd have done 100 pounds ago, probably. But went, got my teeth cleaned. Everything was good. It's never fun having anybody work on your teeth, but I survived it. I lived to tell another day. If anybody else has any other non-scale victories, we'd love to hear it. I would say Bolt, you getting back on your diet is definitely a non-scale victory. I know you've been having difficulty here on this last week, but getting back at it and continuing at it. Somebody else had mentioned, I think, Awesome Pigeon in the Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, the link is down in the description below on this video. You can join up. I actually just found out it was because Awesome Pigeon on his username, it has his starting weight and his current weight. And you can actually, if you click on the image for our server, you can change your nickname within the server. And so by putting your starting weight and your current weight, and you could even put goal weight in, and I'll probably add that on mine. That helps a lot as far as giving advice too, because it's tough for me to give advice to somebody without knowing kind of where they are on, weight wise, because it's much easier for somebody that's over 400 pounds to do a 3-4 day fast maybe than it would be for somebody who's 240 pounds to do that type of fast. So, and there's going to be different recommendations. You're not going to want to do the different. You're not going to want to do the same thing necessarily at 240 pounds that somebody at 400 pounds is going to do. The So if you haven't joined the Discord, you can join there. I also have an Instagram account that is at Fasting. That is FAHSTING. As well as if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button to my, because then you'll know when I go live and you can join in on the chat. And even if you can't make it here live, I'd love comments, people asking questions. Gives me, it helps me think about things when I'm kind of off or doing other things. Maybe helps me come up with other ideas to talk about during the broadcast. I had said a little while ago I was feeling a little down. Yeah, I think that it was mostly I think that it's a lot that I I guess I've talked to, yeah, that I've just been more emotional. I don't think I'm mood wise. I have been in a pretty good mood recently, I guess. But yeah, the things that I'm trying to think of what would be any gauges for me on that. Because yeah, I mean things are with the diet. I'm real happy with. The the only yeah the but I'm doing anyways. Right now, I'm doing great. I mean, what really the um some of the things that it might be is the trying to find um new avenues in which to bring up my mood is more difficult, is probably, if anything, because I used to use food for every emotion. I'm mad, I need to go get food. I'm sad, let's go eat. I'm happy, let's go eat. uh I'm feeling normal, let's go eat. And so now when I have those emotions that maybe I would have buried with food, I'm now more, you know, stuck with either finding a different way to um, deal with those problems or emotions, or I end up at least spending more time thinking about it, or um, trying to figure it out mentally versus just eating food and throwing it in the background. Yes. Um, Last night, Carrie says she was up cleaning last night, and then she was really uh craving junk food. Apparently, I usually eat junk while cleaning. Yeah, the uh, and it might be something where you are trying to bring your mood up through food, or you think that food is going to um make you happy. But then you run into things like that, and I've ran into that with um other things. Like I used to chew tobacco a long time ago, and quitting that. And when you go and you do something that uh like every time I would go to a movie, that would be a time where there would be a procedure for you know what you would do. And then when I go to a movie now, I don't worry about that. So food kind of does that too, like I think about even there's a I've talked about this particular thing. There's a I go to a office once every quarter, or every twice a year, and there's a long Taco John's right next to it, and it's a whole thing. I drop off my paperwork, I go to Taco John's, I order a whole buffet of their value meals, and then I eat that food. And now um, when I go to that office, I still think about Taco John's every time, because that was a routine that I had. And so then I have to have a mental kind of um it's not a fight, but it's just that I have the thoughts, like, and if the wind was pushing the right way that day, what would keep me from just, making the turn in? Um but I got to say again, the whole, like, there was a lady that actually the narrator to the book that I was reading, Chef AJ. She's got all kinds of YouTube stuff. Um, she was talking about when she had a cheat item, or they would call it, or she went off diet, but she referred to it as a relapse. Like, to eat any salt, oil, and sugar to her is a relapse. And for me, that's kind of the way that I'm, is that um I it it's easier for me psychologically to abstain from all of that than to try to figure out a way to let a little bit of it back in. Um so that's going to be the tough, like, um the the so many things that when I went into this fast that I knew I was going to be giving up, but those aren't necessarily the tough thing. Um, like the fast food or the candy bars. Those are things that are easy that everybody says, yeah, no, probably shouldn't have, you know. But um, but there's healthy food alternatives, or there's food alternatives that are healthy for people that I'm not going to ever have. And I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I'm sure that the list is 1,000 items. And so, um, right now with this above anything, it's what I think I feeling is that this is as much a psychological thing as anything, and that was why I made my goals based on time, not based on weight as much, because I know that it's going to take time to do all these. I mean, I'm ecstatic with how I'm at, um, with where I'm at with everything, and it's easy to um, use that and break or do. But I also realize that I'm still over. I think that Bolt and Carrie just kind of wrapped up here. Bolt says, I used to eat junk food while we were studying. Absolutely. Your mindset, if I have to do something I don't enjoy, I might as well do something to get through it. Yeah. And that's absolutely, that's, if you have to go through having a bad day, why not have a, you know, double quarter pounder with cheese? Not start to, can't get those till after start one. You know what I mean? And then Carrie said, yeah, you feel like you should get rewarded for your hard work, or you should get rewarded for doing something that is not, um, and you should, but you just have to find a different reward. Like the food, if you have to do, figure out how much money you would have spent on that food and spend it somewhere else, or if you have to give yourself some sort of different reward system, or have a calendar and say, if I hit this many days, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go get my whatever nails done, go get a massage, or go to do something. If set shorter term goals, which I haven't done. I said the whole time during November that after I got refeeding and stuff, I was gonna start making other goals that I haven't. But I think a lot of that is the photo here behind me. That's what my house looks like right now. So there's just kind of stuck at home as far as trying to do any hiking or any walking kind of goals. So reward for the hard work, that was the mistake I made in the past. Um, so yeah, I think it's important to find out other rewards that you can put there for yourself. I talked to Awesome Pigeon, had talked in the Discord about how he had some difficulty with his diet, and he went to food, and it's uh, I actually had it in the show description, but what can you find that is a better alternative than food? Or if you decide that you're just gonna eat, you have to have a better solution than going to a fast food. Like right now, for me, um, there's definite foods that I could binge on that wouldn't be great for me. Peanut butter being one of them. I could eat celery with peanut butter and raisins is a snack right now all day. Um, and that takes no effort, and almost the cost of that is just ridiculously low for what I get out of it now. The other thing that I would say that anybody that is going on a restrictive diet where you're getting rid of things, is that foods that you're not used to trying that are on those diets might not taste good the first time. They might not taste great the second time. They might not great, but it may take some time to eat these foods to start getting used to them, but you'll eventually, once your body realizes that it's getting its sustenance from this food, that it will get easier to eat that food. It's hard, I mean, I talk about celery. Don't like, never like celery and soups and things like that. But I've been, getting through it. I haven't had a raw tomato recently, but I was working on that for on our trip because I had that a couple times. And there's been so many times where the smell of something, um, I was worried about, and then when I actually got to it or got into it, it was great, or it was much better than I expected. Um, and you have to give that stuff time, I mean, I don't, I'm only 2 months into this. Like, I'm 2 months out of 36. So I still got 34 months to go. So I'm happy with how I'm doing so far. But I am at the half hour mark with doing these more daily. Try to keep them shorter if I can. Um, if anybody has any questions, definitely throw them down in the chat. Hit the Discord up. We love having new people in there to see how they're doing. If you do get in the Discord, take the time to at least put something on your tag about your goals or what your hopes are. You can maybe even put, if you don't want to put your weights on there, you can put the type of diet you're doing or any other goals you may have. But yeah, it's Instagram at fasting, FAHSTING. The Discord link is below. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. I I will be back on tomorrow and I believe Friday. I don't see any reason why. I might not be back on till Tuesday next week with the um Martin. Um, but I am going to get out of here for now, guys. You guys all have a great day. I hope you all have great success on your diets. Again, if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. The Discord, I'm not the only one that will answer questions for you there. You can send me private messages through here or on Reddit too, and I try to answer those as well. Again, thanks, guys. Have a great day. I am heading home.